good morning or good evening. I hope you are all always well. I'm Lulu. These are my daily stories. I hope you share the happiness with every adventure I have with my friend Marshmallow. Here we go. It all began with a sign. Not a magical sign or a mysterious omen, but an actual cardboard sign, stuck to a tree near the corner bakery. It read, "The Grand Hatastic Parade, win the Golden Feather Trophy. Impress the judges with your most outlandish, spectacular, absurdly marvelous hat. This Saturday in Town Square. All ages welcome. No rules. Except no gluing live animals." Lulu's eyes sparkled. Marshmallow, perched on her shoulder like a smug cloud, read the sign upside down. "We are so doing this," Lulu whispered with a grin. The moment they got home, Lulu turned the living room into a hat laboratory. She wore goggles, unnecessarily, tied a scarf around her head, for flair, and shouted, "Marshmallow! To the crafting zone!" Marshmallow leapt onto the couch and promptly knocked over a box labeled "Feathers, Glitter, Confetti, maybe explosives." Lulu wasn't sure if they were actually allowed to use fireworks in a hat, but the rules hadn't said anything specific. After all, no gluing live animals was the only restriction. Besides, Lulu said, glancing at Marshmallow, "You're not glue. You're a co-star." Marshmallow narrowed his eyes. They tried hat version 1, a top hat filled with jelly beans. It collapsed under the weight of marshmallow fluff, ironic, and 3 sticks of chewing gum. Hat version 2 involved wind-up chattering teeth, but the hat bit Lulu and ran off under the couch. Hat version 3 was just a banana taped to a helmet. "That's abstract," Lulu admitted, "but maybe a little too modern." Marshmallow knocked it over and sat on it. Judgment passed. At last, as midnight struck, Lulu unveiled the masterpiece, a swirling tower of mismatched socks, plastic flamingos, googly eyes, bubble wrap, and a blinking disco ball. Balanced delicately on top, Marshmallow, wearing sunglasses. Inside a teacup. On a saucer. Attached to a bicycle bell. "It's glorious," Lulu whispered in awe. Marshmallow looked regal. Dignified. Slightly terrified. The morning of the parade, Lulu strutted through town like she was the queen of Sillyland. Children pointed. Grown-ups gasped. A baby tried to clap, but fell over. Good reactions, Lulu nodded. The competition stage was already full of oddities. There was a boy with a hat made of spaghetti. A grandma with a literal birdhouse on her head, a squirrel lived in it, possibly violating the live animal rule. And a man dressed entirely as a giant carrot. Strong competition, Lulu muttered. But no disco cat teacup combination, I see. Marshmallow struck a pose. Then came the judge. A woman wearing a crown made of cheese and a cape that smelled like pickles. "I am Madame Featherstein," she announced, voice echoing. "And I shall judge your silly heads." Everyone bowed, except Marshmallow, who licked his paw. One by one, the contestants presented their hats. The judges murmured, scribbled notes, sneezed from all the feathers. Then, Lulu stepped up. The crowd gasped as the disco ball spun, the googly eyes wiggled, and the bicycle bell rang out a jazzy tune. "Name?" asked Madame Featherstein. "Lulu," she said proudly. "And this is Marshmallow, my cat, co-designer, and hat centerpiece." Marshmallow, right on cue, raised one paw like royalty. The judges fainted. When they awoke, Madame Featherstein looked dazed. "I have judged for 37 years, she whispered. "And never, never have I seen such elegant nonsense." Then she frowned. "However, there is a problem." Lulu tensed. "Problem?" "The cat," said Featherstein. "He's a live animal." Lulu's heart dropped. "But he's not glued. He's a volunteer." Marshmallow meowed indignantly. Featherstein sighed, looked at her fellow judges, then at the cat now sipping tea from the saucer on his own head. "I suppose rules are made to be bent. If a cat consents to be part of the hat," Marshmallow nodded solemnly. "Then he is no longer on the hat. He is the hat." The crowd erupted in cheers. That evening, Lulu returned home with a ridiculous golden feather trophy, confetti in her socks, and a tired Marshmallow still in his teacup. They collapsed on the couch. "I think we reached new heights of nonsense today," she murmured. Marshmallow purred. She looked over at the trophy. "We should open a hat shop someday." Marshmallow flicked his tail in agreement. They both fell asleep under the soft hum of the disco ball hat spinning slowly in the corner.